So like a Johnny Carson.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the Tonight Show, Curt Brodsky.
It's about time you asked me to be on.
That's right. All right, so I got to introduce one of my friends for many, many years, the one and only Curt Brodsky. Applause, applause, applause. Curt is from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia area.
City of brotherly love.
When did you first decide, or what happened to make you think, you know what, I think I can be a musician? How did that start?
It started at birth. Not that I thought I was, an artist or anything, but I could never imagine myself with a job. And I wasn't good at jobs, even summer jobs. I probably got fired from half my summer jobs. I would get easily bored, like you'd have a job where, like one job you had to take a widget, put it under the press, and then put the widget over there. It was like torture. It was like, I worked at a dry cleaners. You take the shirt, you put it under the thing, you stamp it, you put it over there. That was a little better. But
so as early as you can recall,
for some reason, I didn't have a great work ethic.
But when did you notice your talent?
Well,
for music?
I actually started taking lessons when I was 7, and so there was a piano in the living room, and I used to tinker on the piano and play a little bit of stuff, but certainly no genius. And then I got into playing classical music, which I never liked. That was like another job. Every time she would start a new piece that I had to learn, we'd play a little bit, and she said, "Well, do you like this one?" And I felt bad for her, because she loved the stuff, and she was the conscientious teacher, and I would say, "Yeah, I like that one a little better than the other one." But I used to always ask her, "Isn't there something else out there?" At 12, 13, 14, a lot due to my sister's influence, I was, and it's Philadelphia, so I'm listening to the sound of Philly, Motown, Temptations, all that stuff. So I'm used to the watching soul bands who were just vocal bands with choreography.
Right.
And when the famous Ed Sullivan show with the Beatles came on, I remember I was in my parents' bedroom, and I thought, this is really sounds great, and they're playing their own instruments. I even thought about it in terms of monetary. I thought, boy, they're saving all that money on musicians.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's what 50 crazy. They don't have to pay a band, and they look cool.
Right.
And it sounds just like a vocal group with a band behind them. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing, but just a little bit of guidance would help. I think I'd still be where I am now. But if somebody could have just said, this is a major 7th chord, and this is a dominant 7th chord, just that little bit of information, or... when I asked the piano teacher, I said, "Isn't there something else like jazz?" Or I think there's a thing called jazz out there. She gave me a book of boogie woogies, where every note was written out. So it was like classical, but it was boogie woogie.
But it's jazz, but it's all written down.
That could have been the inception of bass line, because she wrote.
That's where it started.
Yeah. Somewhere in college, I went to Penn State, and they had a guy there that was a friggin' jazz guru piano player. At 27, he could play circles around the way I play now.
Nice.
And he came from a classical background. And he was also an artist.
Yeah.
And he used to write the music in front of me, the improvisation lines, and it was like magic. All these notes would appear out of nowhere. Then I really got into it because I was committed. I thought, I can't do anything else. I had a degree in math education. I hated kids. And I hated work. And I hated getting up in the morning. So you really never knew what it meant to be, okay, I'm just going to become a musician. And you never knew. You never knew, like, am I going to be really good? Am I, where do I fit in with things? How much money do you make? And I had some jobs where you were working 5, 6 nighters, 5 sets a night. Maybe you were making $300 a week.
Which was good money in the 70s.
It's good money. And we're making the same thing now.
Yeah.
It's the only problem. So it was really because I couldn't do anything else. It was funny. Like, I wanted lessons. He goes, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, I don't know. He goes, well, can you play anything? I don't know what it is, but that's when Carole King was out with her It's Too Late. So you had your 2/5 that thing, which
and you played that.
I played that a little bit, and he goes, I got just what you want. And then at that point, I thought, well, who knows? Maybe I could sometime play like this guy